Welcome to my channel. This is Real Talk Podcast, where we dive into honest conversations, real stories, and practical English learning tips. Let's get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new episode of the Real Talk Podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that might seem insignificant at first glance, but has the power to completely transform your life. The 1% rule. Imagine improving just 1% each day. That's it? Just 1%? It sounds trivial, doesn't it? Almost not worth the effort. But here's the magic that most people miss. That 1% compounds. If you improve by 1% every day for an entire year, you won't be 365% better. Through the miracle of compounding, you'll be 37 times better. That's not a typo. I said 37 times better. This is the difference between linear and exponential growth. And it's why the 1% rule is so powerful. We often celebrate the big wins in life. The promotions, the championships, the breakthrough moments, and we should. But what we don't see are the countless tiny improvements that made those moments possible. The athlete who stayed for just 10 more minutes of practice. The entrepreneur who made one more call. The student who reviewed their notes one extra time. Success isn't about radical transformation overnight. It's about those consistent, seemingly insignificant improvements that add up to something remarkable. Let me share a story with you. In 2003, nobody gave the British cycling team a chance. They had nearly a century of mediocrity behind them. Then Dave Brailsford took over with a philosophy he called the aggregation of marginal gains. His belief was simple. Improve everything you do by 1%, and those small gains would add up to remarkable results. He looked at obvious things like training, but also searched for 1% improvements in overlooked areas. The perfect pillow for better sleep, hand-washing techniques to prevent colds, even the best massage gel. Within 5 years, they dominated the Olympics. Within 10 years, British cyclists had won the Tour de France 5 times, a race no British cyclist had ever won before. This principle applies everywhere. Want to write a book? Don't aim to write the whole thing tomorrow. Write just 1% better or more than yesterday. Want to get fit? Don't try to transform overnight. Be 1% more active today than you were yesterday. But here's where most people go wrong. They quit because they don't see immediate results. They improve by 1% for a week or two, see nothing changing, and give up. What they don't understand is that these small improvements are invisible in the short term. They're working beneath the surface, building momentum. For the first weeks or even months, you might not notice anything different. This is the valley of disappointment, where most people quit. But if you persist through this valley, you'll eventually reach a tipping point where the compound effect becomes visible and delivers exponential returns. Remember, every single action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Those small votes may seem insignificant in the moment, but when compounded over time, they define your identity. The 1% rule works in reverse, too. Getting 1% worse each day for a year leaves you at virtually zero. This is why seemingly small bad habits can lead to disaster when compounded over time. So I challenge you today. What's your 1%? What small improvement can you make right now? Maybe it's drinking 1 more glass of water, reading 5 more pages, sleeping 15 minutes earlier, making 1 more sales call, having 1 meaningful conversation. Don't worry that it doesn't seem like much. Trust in the power of compound growth. As the Chinese proverb says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Start your 1% journey today. Be patient with the process. Celebrate the small wins and watch as those tiny improvements compound into extraordinary results. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Real Talk Podcast.